Hey guys, Chairman here, back with another Locals feature match replay with commentary. This is the Locals that we just played today. It was quite a big turnout, 12 people at our NorCal Locals. Pretty nice. Feels pretty good. On the right, we will have Overlord. Same player from last week, actually. Pretty exciting. And on the left, we will have a... it's a Hololive deck. Looks like Marine top end. And just to spoil it, it is Watame level 1 combo. Now, I was judging this week because I think we had an exact even 12 players without me playing, which is like crazy because usually I have to fill in one of the spots. And so, yeah, 12 players without me, which is pretty great. And so I was able to, on this match, kind of walk around and be an actual judge. Usually I'm playing to like fill in the last slot and then just kind of judging from my seat. But yeah, being able to do active judging here was pretty nice. Players are just explaining what the 3-2 does. Like last week, I was kind of confused what he was playing it for, but it looks like he's just playing it for the Fumio effect and not using the combo at all. Speaking of which, I'm really glad that this player is back because, yeah, last week I was really struggling with his cards because it was like the first time I've seen a lot of his cards, but this week I'm definitely a lot more prepared. I know what these cards do. So yeah, hopefully we'll actually get some pretty good commentary here. So that level 0 Eins is the changer to the 3-2 at level 2, but at level 0 it is also the Bell bounce back. So at the start of your opponent's attack step, I believe you can bounce back it and another one of your characters if it behaves the same way as the Bell. It could be on attack, but I'm pretty sure it's at the start of attack step. Yes, it is at the start of attack step. Okay, so but nonetheless, playing Hololive opens Aqua like any good Hololive player. Also playing the Miko here, just to have 2-3-5 bodies. I think it's not a bad play, especially if he has another Miko in, hand. So it looks like he's not gonna do the bounce back, which yeah, it kind of makes sense because you're only getting one card back here. Not too valuable, especially if you have like good combo pieces, have like a Riki or something. Yeah, going first, playing that card, you don't always want to bounce it back, but definitely sometimes it's a good idea. Like especially like if you want to be at level 1 here, bouncing it back would be good. Just so like yeah, you could be at level 1, and do like your level 1 combo or something like that. Looks like the players are just explaining. I think the player on the left, the Hololive player, has not played against Overlord with the new set 2 stuff, so I think there's going to be a decent amount of explaining here. It gives me a little bit more time to also commentate, kind of talk about the deck and stuff like that. So Overlord right now, the gold bar is fairly popular. I think there's 2 main builds. It's the standby build, featuring the Albedo combo with the really good level 2 counter, and then there's the gold bar build, which is the Eins endgame. And the Eins endgame is like pretty cool because it heals kind of if you get the combo, and you can also get the extra instances of burn and the extra compression, so it does a lot, which is really cool. And then a lot of people are playing different, I guess, level 1 game plans for the level 3 combo. I think the most popular one is the red one. You play the door or the gate combo at level 1, and because you splash into red, you get to play the the Vampire Bride card from set 1 to clock yourself and draw a card. You use that to hit yourself to level 2 when you're ready to combo off. It's a pretty good idea. This player has opted to go yellow for choice. I think one of the big benefits of going yellow here is the Brainstorm. Obviously, you can still play a red Brainstorm if you want to, but that yellow Brainstorm is top check 3 add 1, which is really helpful getting climaxes, because this deck really needs to see like climaxes all the time. You need to see basically 2 gold bars. Basically the moment you hit level 2, you want to see 1, and then you want to see the second gold bar like the next turn right afterwards. So definitely want to see a lot of climaxes. The yellow Brainstorm I think is really good. I think you could potentially just play the yellow Brainstorm, even the red build. Top check 3 is just really nice. So right here, he has attack with the yellow Brainstorm in the front row, but that's because he's going to be using his Eins, presumably, to bounce it itself and the yellow Brainstorm back to hand. Yep, just to save those 2. So yeah, that's kind of like the cool thing that the Eins can do. You can kind of play a little aggressively early on, and then get the cards back into your hand. Anyways, pretty good. Also, you want the Eins level 0 in your hand like all the time too, because at level 2 you want to use the effect to change. Alright, and then the card on his left looks like It is a drop search and a on reverse, kind of like a rekey-ish effect, all in one card, which is kind of cool. The on reverse effect, you put the top card of your deck into clock, and then you look at the next 2 cards of your deck, and then choose one level 1 or lower character to add to your hand. So let's see if he's gonna do it here. It's an optional effect. He decides to not do it. Yeah, makes sense. I mean, just another way to kind of get more hand advantage. Also drop search, so it's like, it's just not a bad card to play. All right, going off with the brainstorm here is going to be the top check. Ooh, hits twice. Top check 3, add 1 twice. That's really good for him. Decides to stop there. I think I peeked a climax that he added, so looks like he probably has the choice combo. Yeah, and then want to make player, obviously just playing a pretty simple deck. Okay, now they're gonna explain the 1/1 event. I think that's another reason why the top check 3 brainstorm is really good in this build, because it also has easy access to the 1/1 event, as well as easy access milling the 1/1 events into waiting room. Now, generally speaking, the way the red build plays is you want to stay on your first deck at and like hit level 2 on your first deck, and so that means you basically have to mill less over the course of your first deck. And then once you hit level 2 on your first deck, you presumably have a lot of the 1/1 event in your waiting room, so that you can just put them all under as the markers like immediately. With the yellow deck and the yellow combo, you're probably going to mill a lot more aggressively than the red deck would, so you're probably not going to be hitting level 2 in first deck, unless you like specifically try to. I mean, I just think if you're playing yellow, you're probably not going to hit level 2 in first deck. So you're probably hitting level 2 in second deck, in which case, if that's the case, then the top check 3 brainstorm is actually very instrumental in like helping you mill through your second deck to get the 1/1s into waiting room, as well as just adding the 1/1s to hand, because like once you have the 1/1s in hand, you can actually just keep them in hand, and then you can just play them on second deck to get them into waiting room. That's like another option, right? And then the 1/1 brainstorm basically allows you to do that, so it's pretty good. Unfortunately, the 1/0 combo can't add events, because like if the 1/0 combo could add events, and then you could just add the 1/1 event, that'd be like pretty sick, but unfortunately cannot do that. So yeah, so it looks like front rowing another brainstorm. That's definitely not ideal, but you know, sometimes we gotta do what we gotta do. And front rowing another one, the Eins. So probably just gonna side with that Eins here, and then potentially even side with the brainstorm, and then bounce the brainstorm back. Yeah. So obviously here, attack order does kind of matter. So you want to attack with the 1/0 last. Okay, well he doesn't do it, but I would generally speaking, you want to attack with the 1/0 last, so you can decide on how many you want to go through. Oh, but he's choosing the salvage mode. Okay, then it doesn't matter. If he's choosing the salvage mode, then he can attack with it first or last. Okay, now he has to decide if he wants this front or side. Looks like he's side. No, he's definitely fronting. Oh, no, he sided. Okay. Oh, he just triggered. Wow, feels pretty good. Imagine siding for 2. That's pretty nice there. So yeah, I imagine the side is so that he can keep his soul board and decide to use the Eins to bounce back either the brainstorm or the 1/0 combo. Probably the brainstorm. And yeah, I think he's in a... Wait, that's not the bounce back. Wait, what? Wait a second. I'm getting trolled here. What is this Eins? On play, shuffle back 2. You can side without penalty. Well, he didn't do that. And on attack, pump 15. Okay, never mind. I have no idea what I'm talking about. Why is he playing this card? Shuffle back 2? It's 2 characters, right? Yeah. Okay. Huh. I'm trying to think what purpose you would have to shuffle back 2 characters in this deck. What are you shuffling back? I don't understand. Okay, well, in any case, that is not the right Eins. He's got a skeleton face. It's hard for me to tell. I mean, things are looking pretty good for both players. Hololive player obviously is behind in damage by a little bit, but it's his turn, and he also was able to keep 2 of his characters, so not really hurting in terms of resources, hand resources, so can basically untap, potentially not even clock, and just kind of go and attack and wipe the board. So I would say advantage Hololive right now. Hololive is definitely in a pretty good state. Well, has another Watame. It looks like another combo potentially. Triple Watame. Wow. Okay, well I did peek a ton of climaxes in hand, so that's probably not great. Oh, that is like 3 climaxes in hand. Holy. How did this man get that many climaxes? I would probably drop search here and just get some climaxes out. Oh. He's a brave man. Yeah, he has like 2 climaxes in hand. That's crazy. I mean, the Watame choice in hand is still fine, I think. Because he can also just salvage a Watame at this point. This is like one of the downsides of the Watame combo, or any combo that's cigarettes on attack, which is the what else is the Shizu combo? I guess Shizu was like the original one, right? Is that the mill 2 is mandatory and you have to mill exactly 2. So if your deck is not very big, you'll get into some like kind of weird deck states where like you actually don't want to mill, but you kind of have to, and then you actually don't have very many good salvage targets. Oh, okay, so yeah, so like for here, mill 2, salvage is 0, which is not ideal. But like he's getting close to the end of his deck, so he could potentially like, if he like only has 2 cards left in deck, he'll like on attack mill 2 and then like salvage nothing, right? Which is like unfortunate. All right, for 3 cancels. Dang, Overlord canceling very well here. Quite okay. So he does have enough cards in deck. That's pretty good. Oh, I would salvage the Watame for sure. Yeah, easiest Watame salvage of your life. Wait, huh? He's thinking. Why would you want to salvage something that's not the Watame? I don't understand. The Watame is just free. Yeah, there we go. Good stuff. Oh, maybe he doesn't have that many climaxes in hand. Maybe I just mislooked. Okay, takes the 2. So here's what I'm talking about, right? So he's gonna refresh here at 1/6. So great compression. But he's gonna hit level 2 and he's not gonna have any events in waiting room. So he's gonna have to figure out a way to get his events back into the waiting room on this new deck, which is kind of the downside to playing your first deck quickly. Like even with the red build, you kind of want to play your first deck a lot slower and like clock yourself up to level 2 on first deck, because like right now like his waiting room's huge. He has like potentially the most events in waiting room at this moment, right? And so if he could somehow be level 2 here, then like before refreshing, that's how you get like the most events in a memory. But yeah, let's see what he does on the fresh deck. The brainstorm is definitely going to help. That top check 3 could potentially just, you know, if he gets hits like a 1 or a 2 on that brainstorm, he could potentially be very money. So we shall see. Also, if he like damages event here, that'd be kind of nice. Wait, he actually did. Wait, I swear I was not watching when that happened during the game. Holy, I can't believe he did that. That's crazy. Wow. Well, that's kind of good. So he has 1 in stock, 1 in waiting room. So 3 more unaccounted for. Potentially some in hand. So we shall see. Plays this 1/0. I actually do not know what this card does, so I will have to look while he's brainstorming. Oh, he hits 1. That's really good. No events though. Top check 3. We shall see what he adds. Okay. While he's doing that, I will try to find this yellow boy. Oh, doesn't look like he discarded an event. I could not tell. Oh, this is just the power and like on play you can like look at top. Yeah, so he's just using this to get top card information. Oh yeah, I remember he used the 2/0 event last time to like summon out the Eins. Oh, tab 2 brainstorm. Wait, there's a tab 2 brainstorm? Okay. Hits 1. Oh, hits another event. Sheesh. It's pretty good. It's a tab 2 brainstorm. When was this released? Is this a new one? I'm like, I don't remember a tab 2 brainstorm. Oh, it is a new one. Okay. Tab 2 search. That's pretty good. Searching another brainstorm, and then at the start of your climax phase, you can, if you have another shout tier, you can look at the top card of your deck and leave it or mill it. Oh, that's it. So it's a new card. Okay. So yeah, so he has an event, and so I think he has 2. So he milled an event on the first brainstorm, milled an event on the second brainstorm, and then he has another event in stock that he'll pay out right now when he uses the change. Oh wow. Just played over. Okay, so pay out the third event. That's the third event. Okay, hits a climax. Gonna keep me. Oh, hits 2 climaxes. Okay. Oh, that's an event. Okay, 4 events. And then second check 3. Okay, I see the climax that he added. Okay, so he just went through his entire deck. Okay. So that's what I'm saying. Like if you actually want to you know, do it on your second deck, you kind of just have to go through your entire deck. But, you know, he went through the entire deck, got all the events, used up a lot of stock to do that, which is a little unfortunate. Also, is not gonna kill like one of these Watames again. So I think on his opponent's turn, the Hololive player just gets another turn of Watame combo, which seems pretty good to me. Just building a ton of resources for very little cost. Yeah, so 4 events. Unfortunate that he doesn't have the 5th one. It's probably in deck still. A little unfortunate there. But yeah, let's get the heal, which is good. Oh, just playing over. Okay, contesting the Watame. I agree with this play. Yeah, you definitely don't want him to untap with all his Watames again and be able to just combo again for like no cost. I don't think the center slot beats the Watame though. I think Watame is 5. Oh no, they did high actually. Oh no, with the brainstorm it actually beats over. Okay, I think if his attack order is correct, it'll beat over. Because the 1-1's a level support, and then the brainstorm is like, it's like 500 power when you kill something, I think. It's on kill 500? Let me double check here. It is on kill 500, yeah. Yeah, so if he just attacks correctly, so right now the center slot's 5k, 5. So as long as he attacks, yeah, in a specific order here, yeah, attack that first, and then, oh yeah, anti-change. Anti-change is like one of the big weaknesses of that Ainz combo, because Ainz gets a ton of protection on your opponent's turn, but no protection on your own turn. So potentially, if you have the anti-change, like yeah, that's kind of spooky. Oh wow, unfortunate. Refresh points climax, not ideal, but it is what it is. All right, direct for 3 takes it, or not direct, front for 3 takes a 3. Okay, and then gets to attack. Basically gets the front with the other lanes now, because now you see that the anti-changes counters out. So yeah, and now the center slot's bigger because of the pumps. Yeah, so calculating. Yep. So it's actually like 6k now. All right, 5, 6, 5 now. For 2. Cancels, very good cancels. Even with the refresh, definitely pretty good cancels here. Yeah, player just confirming what that Ainz does. That Ainz is basically immune on your opponent's turn to like any kind of interaction. I'm not sure if that Ainz can get removed by anything actually. Maybe it can get removed by like because it has hexproof, right? So like maybe it's like isn't there like the card that removes hexproof cards? Yeah, okay, yeah. So this dies to like the Monogatari to the yellow event. Right? Cuz that card just like it's like anti-hexproof. And so it'll die to that, but like basically very few things. It has to be like non-targeting removal, and then it can't be during the battle. So like it'll die to like Woozer and like Hachama, I guess. Cause that doesn't target. Ironically, doesn't it die to like opposing ice as well? Okay, yeah, I guess the player who ice first gets to oh no, it chooses. Never mind. Okay, so no, ice can't remove it. Ice can't kill ice. Okay, so that doesn't actually matter. But okay, so Woozer, Hachama kill, Godzilla kills. The funny anti-hexproof Monogatari event kills. That's about it, right? These are all like the things that can remove Ainz. Basically impervious to like anything normal. Those are some abnormal removal options for sure. All right. Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure like just Watame combo again here seems pretty good. Like, I potentially just not clock and then just Watame combo, but he did clock. Again, you know, clocking is always an option if you don't have good cards in your hand or you need higher hand size. But like at level 2 and on, you can consider just to not clock if your hand is already good and you're pretty set up. Like, there's no reason to take extra damage, right? Like, especially like if your brainstorm is like pretty likely to hit. Like this, like just hit 2 brainstorm on the brainstorm like pretty easy. Like you don't need a clock, you just get all your cards, just brainstorm. Yeah, man, this table is shaking a lot. I'm sorry about that. I think some people are like walking by at this time, which is causing the tripod to shake. It's not actually the it's not the table that's shaking, it's actually the tripod. I think people when people walk by, the tripod kind of shakes. Well, not a very strong tripod. It was very cheap. Alright, so Salvage 2, getting modding here, I agree. Just kind of set up for your in-game. Good card. Yeah, I would potentially get like modding and then like depending on what you want to play, you can like modding Watame. Depending on how, it also depends on how much you want to mill here. Yeah. I guess if you didn't clock, you wouldn't have hit that glorious brainstorm, so there is merit to clocking. But there's an argument that even if he didn't clock, you'd have triggered those climaxes, in which case he could have gotten the cards anyway. So again, clocking is just, it's not as good as it is early. Like early game clocking is just fantastic because you want to take damage and you want cards. But like starting from like late level 1, like clocking is not always the best move. I usually have to think a lot if I want to clock. Especially if like I'm playing like a deck that's actually good and like can generate resources easily. I always be like, do I even need to take damage? Because like the worst feeling is like discarding a hand size, right? Like if you clock and then discard a hand size, you just feel stupid. You're like, why did I even clock? Like I'm overhand. I could have just not clocked and had these many cards. Now like this man is very overhand. Like he has a ton of cards in hand and he can combo, which he probably should because he should probably play a climax this turn. Yeah, probably Watame down. Oh, no, he's playing the Choco. To mill? Wait, sir, why are you trying to mill more? Why are you trying to mill more? Don't you want a Watame combo here? You want the climax to go back to your deck? Excuse me? Hello? Alright, well, I guess that climax is not returning to the deck. Unless he doesn't Watame combo. Actually, he doesn't need a Watame combo. True! I didn't think about this. Maybe he just doesn't play the Watame then. Because Watame is mandatory, which is like the awkward part, right? Like you want to play the Watame here to have like a big attacker, to like beat over like the 1-0s, but like Watame is also mandatory. So you like if you play the Watame here, you have to. Oh, he's gonna heal. I see. That's actually not a bad idea because he's overhand, right? So stock healer just converts cards in hand to cards in stock, which is good. Alright, so decide not to play Watame. Okay, yeah, no, this is a good play. I think this makes sense. But it's just kind of sad, because then, yeah, he has the Watame, has the climax, and just like, yeah, just missed out on, like, free advantage, basically, quote-unquote. Like, he could, like, that Aqua could have been a Watame, he could have not clocked, and he would be in the exact same position. He would have 6 cards in deck instead of 4, and he would be able to mill it all out. So I think he would probably have a few less, like I think he would have like 1 less card in hand at this point, because I think his brainstorm would only hit 1 and the Choco would mill a climax from the Choco mill instead, but he'd get it back from the Watame. Like he has 7 cards in hand right now, I'm pretty sure. So like if he had 6 cards from hitting 1 less on the brainstorm and he had the Watame, he could just get back to 7 here. So yeah, he could be 2-2 instead of 2-3. I'm just saying. But no, I think he played really well because like after the brainstorm, he like realized he was gonna be overhand and had like too many resources. So he, instead of like just like trying to do the combo, he was like, oh yeah, this is actually a good time for me to get an early play heal to like make sure I'm being as resource efficient as possible. So yeah, no, like really good play, really good decision making after the brainstorm. But I think the challenge would be to like have that level of decision making at the start of the turn. obviously it requires like a lot more foresight. Oh, it gets a salvage here. It requires a lot more foresight. Oh yeah, good salvage. Just get Maring here. Oh yeah, especially, oh yeah, opponents almost level 3, just triple Maring them. Triple Maring kills so frequently at like 2-6, 3-0. It's just such a good kill combo. But yeah, if you have foresight at the start of your turn, obviously it requires you to kind of think ahead a lot more. But like, yeah, that's where you get the real min-max of like your resources, right? So, I mean, just like step by step, right? You get good at like doing the small things, and then like slowly you kind of like, it's like chess, right? Chess is like the same way, because like at the start, like you're just thinking about the next move when you're playing chess, right? But then once you get good at chess, like once you're comfortable thinking about the next move, you start thinking 2 moves ahead, and then 3 moves ahead, and then you get like the grandmasters who are like thinking like 10 moves ahead, right? That's just the difference, right? So with any kind of these strategy based games, like it's just how far ahead you can think is very determinant on like how well you do, I think. All right, well, I'm pretty sure Overlord player has the climax in hand. I'm pretty sure they kept it. So but does play the 2-1 to draw 2, ditch 2. That card is crazy, by the way. It's draw 2, ditch 2, and then it refunds the stock on play. Like, what? That card is insanity. Also is just 10k beater. It's like a 2-0 10k that filters 2. Like, what? This card is crazy, dude. And it's not even like trait locked. It's like Nazarick plus like demon something. Like I'm not sure what that trait actually is. But it's like the trait that everybody has. So it's like, or not everybody has, but like a lot of people have. So like, yeah. All right, so 4 events go to memory and the heal, and then kills everything basically. Or I guess he leaves one thing. All right, he leaves the aqua. That makes sense. They'll leave the aqua so they can't like immediately use the aqua effect if they want to. Or, I mean, yeah, it doesn't really matter. I would definitely, I mean, obviously killing back row is for sure. And then, depending on the front row, you can just kill whatever you want. All right, cancels on the Watame. This is a pretty close game. Obviously, Overlord player is pretty set up for next turn. Actually, they could potentially even kill this turn. Like, if they just do a lot of damage here, like, potentially Hololive is dead from here. Because that's 4 burn 1s, right? So like if they eat everything to like 3, 4, that's like lethal range. But that's unlikely to happen. So I'm expecting Hololive to get another turn here. Gold bar, wow, for the next turn, crazy. For 3, oh, cancels. Okay, well Hololive definitely getting another turn. You could potentially not attack here. Okay, he went for the attack anyways. Okay. There's argument to not attacking there because like, you know, Hololive is pretty set up. So like if they can triple Maring you, you're like potentially dead. Especially since you triggered the gold bar. I think if you didn't trigger gold bar, I think if the Overlord player did not trigger gold bar here, they could potentially consider like attacking 3 times. But because you trigger the gold bar, so you know that you're like 1 climax down and you have the blind stock, so like potentially you're kind of screwed. You can just keep them at 2-4 in that situation, and then like it's like very hard for them, because especially since the aqua's not dying, right? It's like very hard for them to like get themselves to level 3, or like you force them to like aqua themselves and do other like silly stuff to get themselves to level 3, and then like they can't triple Maring you, and then on the following turn you have such a good lethal because you have gold bar combo again, and then if you get another Irons, like you're being chilling, right? You get like burn 1, and then you have like the memory burn 4. So yeah, I probably, if I was playing Overlord in that situation, I would probably not attack with a 2-1. You don't need the stock, but like now your opponent is level 3 with potential like triple Maring, which is very scary because triple Maring from 3-0 is like very lethal. All right, well, if the Hololive player can get triple Maring, I would say it's Hololive favored here. We shall see if the triple Maring happens. Triple Maring is so consistent too, because you can like look at 9 cards like on your way to triple Maring. So like if you don't have the climax, it might be in the top 9 cards. If you don't have a third Marine, it might be in the top 6 cards. You know, it's like so easy to get. And also, like, if you have a lot of resources, which this guy clearly has a lot of resources, you can like weave in drop searches, you can weave in brainstorms, and just kill the cards that you play for the effects. Oh yeah, Fubu keys, you can weave in Fubu keys like this. Like, yeah, like this is like easiest. You can check 7 for the last Marine. Like it's like so easy to get the last Marine here. So yeah, so I mean you have to use the Marine first though. Yeah, okay. I guess they're deciding on like order. Order of operations here is mandatory though, because you're in the middle of resolving Marine's effect before the Fubu key. So you can't actually use the Fubu key until your Marine effect resolves. So now he has the option to use Fubu key if he wants to. So I think he's just gonna count cards and think. If he does have the last Marine, I would 100% use Fubu key here though. It's just like a good idea. Oh, I guess he maybe all his Marines are in waiting room actually. That would be unfortunate if that's the case. He would need a way to salvage a Marine. I mean, he has so much stock though. Like if he has like a brainstorm or like anything, he could potentially just get it. Okay, so he's gonna go use the Fubuki effect. He's gonna check 1, 2. They're legal targets, which is good. Check 3. Suisei's not bad. For like a future turn. Well, we can't add that. So probably the Suisei here, or the Watame. I mean, Suisei is probably just better though. Like, what do you need the Watame for? I guess you would add the Watame if you don't have like another sack target. Okay, yeah, that's the Watame. I mean, Suisei is just generally speaking better. Alright, does he have the third Marine? Oh, okay, he has a third Marine. He's chilling. Okay, yeah, does have a sack target. So okay, yeah, Watame for sack target. Oh, makes sense. Was he supposed to look at 3 there? Could potentially stop at 2. I don't know how many cards left in deck. It really depends on that. When I see players not count how many cards left in deck, I'm just like actually wondering, like, do they know how many cards are left in deck, or are they just not really thinking? Because if they're thinking, they should just stop at 2, check how many cards in deck, and then think for like 2 seconds, and then decide on the third one or not. Yeah, but I mean, if he has 4 cards in deck and he's been counting properly, then then he's just good, and I'm just bad. Dude, I have to keep double checking because it's scary, dude. Like, what if you miscount? You just lose the game. Lose the game because you miscounted. Feels bad. That's the rest counter. So he's asking about it. Yeah, rest counter is pretty good, and he does have enough resources for the rest counter. I guess that is one thing. If he does have rest counter here, potentially gets to live through the Marring turn. Rest counter is probably the one thing that saves him here. If he has rest counter, pretty bad. But I mean, you can totally play around rest counter here. It's so easy. Just side, front. Because you have 2 good side targets. Like the level 1, you can side easy. Level 2, you can probably side for like 3 damage. Pretty easy. And then like level 3. Yeah. So like if you're really worried about rest counter here, which honestly you probably should be worried about rest counter, I would just start siding. I would just side right, middle, left in that order. Okay, he's gonna use the Ayame to shrink 2 things. Wait, you can't shrink the Eins though. Okay, shrinking the 2, that's good. Okay, I think he's just shrinking for side targets. Very smart, good stuff. All right, so shrink the 2 to a 1. Oh, he's shrinking to a 0. I see. Okay, then shrink the back row. Okay, yeah, good stuff here. All right, shrink into the brainstormer. Okay, good. Now he has really good side targets now. Yeah, you side the 0 first, then you side the 1, and then you front the 3. All right, so let's see if he does it. Does he have enough discards actually? Oh, he does. He does for sure. Okay, let's see the sides. Nice. Burn 2. Okay, side for 3. Side for 3. Oh, that's looking pretty dead. Oh, gotta cancel like 4 times here? He has to cancel 4 times. Okay. Side for 2. Side for 2. Okay, that's 2 times. Front. Oh, that's the side. That's the side. I'm saying what the players are saying. That's funny. All right, front here. Burn 2. Oh my goodness! Wait, there's no way. There's no way he's living this. All right, what are you salvaging here? It doesn't really matter. For 3. Oh! The quad cancel lethals. That's crazy, dude. I guess he was really compressed. It's kind of surprising. Oh my goodness, has another Eins. Dude, he blind stalked the choice too. He blind stalked the choice. He blind stalked the choice. He still had. Oh my god, he canceled 4 times after blind stalking the choice. Holy. Okay, I'm pretty sure Overlord wins now. Hololive player has to cancel all these swings and cancel one of the burn ones. Like, there's just no way, right? There's actually just no way. But I mean, we just saw Overlord miracle cancel 4 times with 1 card in hand and a blind stock. Oh, I guess he still had 1 in deck. Dude, that's crazy. I guess he just had no climaxes in waiting room. Huh. Because he had 1 in hand that he triggered, and he blind stock choice, so 1 in stock, and then he canceled 4 times, and then there's 1 more in deck. I guess he started with 1 in waiting room. Yeah, 1 in waiting room, 1 in hand, 1 blind stock in stock, 1 blind in stock that he did not know about, and that yeah, and then I guess just wow, 4 cancels, crazy stuff. I guess he was pretty compressed, huh? Because he didn't really go through that many cards. It's like 5, and then he like canceled on 1 a lot there. Like what? Like 5 cards. Like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Like 11 cards, and then he drew for turn 12. Trigger for 13. 14. 15. So he had like 17 cards in deck. Like 5 and 17. That's pretty compressed. I guess he was not dead there. Huh. Interesting. How was he 5 and 7? Dude, that's actually kind of crazy he was that compressed. Oh, he took it. Oh yeah, there's no surviving this. There is no surviving this. Okay, alright. Well, he needs to cancel on 1 4 times in a row. Yeah, that's not happening. Okay, that's a good game. Wow, Overlord takes it. That was actually crazy. That was a nail biter. I think both players played that pretty well, honestly. That was a pretty good gameplay. I was sure the Hololive player had it with the triple Marine, but I guess Overlord was compressed enough and then just had some really good cancels there at the end. I obviously, you know, could have potentially taken any of the late twos. You know, he definitely had, you know, enough cards in deck to take it, but you know, sometimes you cancel and that's all you need. That's the opportunity you need. Yeah, congratulations to the Overlord player for taking it this week. A little unfortunate last week for not being able to do it, but I mean, like last week he was really unlucky, right? If you watched the last video, the previous live match video, like the Overlord player basically never drew a bar or got a bar into hand. So, and that deck definitely needs bars, which is why I like the top trick 3 brainstorm. I think that's a pretty good choice of brainstorm to run just to help you have that extra dig for the climaxes. But yeah, I think overall a very good game. I really enjoyed watching that. That was really fun. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this kind of content. I try to do these every week for the finals round of our locals. So this is I guess grand finals as you were. And then yeah, so Overlord player went undefeated this week. But yeah, if you like this kind of content, please subscribe. And I also do deck profiles for the decks I do well with at locals, as well as just other content for Weiss Schwarz. Mostly Japanese, but yeah, just all kinds of content I guess right now. So yeah, thanks so much for watching once again. I hope you guys have a great rest of your weekend and the upcoming week. And that's it for me. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.